Welcome to the Eclectic Thrifter and Crafter, where we thrift and craft with purpose. It's Tea Tuesday, or in my world, Crafty Tuesday. Pour yourself a cup of tea and let's see what mischief I've gotten into this week. It was sort of a holiday birthday thrifting week this week, starting on Monday, which was fun, and we found all sorts of things. Hello, I hope you're having a wonderful day, and let's see what we found Monday and a few things I've found over the last couple of weeks. These little starlights are for Pier 1 Imports. They were $4 at the thrift shop, and yes, I do think that's a little bit expensive for a thrift shop, but since they were brand new and it was a Missions thrift, I'm fine with that. Here we have Easy Money. This particular box is from 1956, and it's going on our vintage game shelf. This year, our theme for Christmas is vintage games, and so we're going to collect as many vintage games as we can, and we're going to put them under the tree. I'm very happy with this. I never had Easy Money when we were growing up. This Monopoly set was interesting. I'm not very fond of the movie, but I paid $5 for it for the little trinkets inside, and it was brand new in the box, and the little houses, and there's a castle, and the figurines are perfect for the build. If I can find another set, the moose will make great bookends. This was an especially fun find. It was $4, but there are 4 sets of stencils in this packet. When I purchased that Jessica Ridley book this summer, which I shared with you, I decided I was going to stencil along the edge of the walnut flooring. So I'm going to be doing that. Hopefully I'll get it done before Christmas. I was inspired by this book. I think that's the design I'm going to use along the edge of the flooring. But there are many wonderful designs. There's one set that's a duplicate and the rest are individual. But they're really wonderful. I was absolutely thrilled to find them. I found these 3 trees for 50 cents. It was 50% off day, so in the end I paid 50 cents for each tree. And they are very ugly, and I realize that, but I have plans. I'm going to cut these cords off, and I am going to make full trees out of these, and I'll show you how I'm going to do it. They're pretty ugly. So I went to Hobby Lobby with my friend. I had to return some lights, and I bought this strand, and it is 7 feet long. It's a lighted strand of leaves, and I'm going to make a full tree out of it. I may or may not keep the lighting aspect of it, but this is 7 feet of leaf garland, and it's going to be perfect for making full trees out of these little frames. I found 4 boxes of them, and it was really random because I was actually on my way to check out. I was looking for my friend Lisa, and I found these on the way to the check stand on a clearance rack. It was an end cap, and it was totally by accident. Each one of these has 7 feet of garland on it, and it was an absolutely fabulous find. I had returned lights that burned too hot for a project I was doing, so instead of replacing the lights, I picked up some miniature trinkets. I picked up more of these garlands that I'm going to use for decorating the trellises, as well as the 1/12 scale guns for the exhibit room. This delightful little fellow is going to go in the exhibit room, and it will play a part of the backstory of the family that lives in the home. I thought he was delightful for $3. I realize most English manors do not have screen doors, but mine is going to have one because I thought it was so pretty. This is the front door that Lisa's sister Chrissy gave to me. I've always wanted one of those old-fashioned screen doors for myself, so I'm going to put it in the build. Next we have this little wine rack I picked up for 50 cents. It's an ornament, but I bought it for the bottles and the little glasses that are on the top, the little liqueur glasses. And we're going to pop those bottles right out. The little liqueur glasses are pretty sweet. One of the first things I did when I entered the store, I went straight back to the miniature shelf. And this is what I found. So instead of getting a refund, I decided to find some miniatures that I would have a hard time making on my own. I chose 2 sets of these little copper pans. They were the last 2 sets they had. And I thought they would look really lovely in the kitchen. We'll make a nice little pot stand for them. But I did get 2 sets. I do have another copper serving piece that came in that box of abandoned doll furniture, and I am going to make some additional copper pieces from paper and copper tape. This is a little pitcher with iced tea. Obviously, I can't make that for myself, so I decided I'm going to pick that up as well. That is so sweet. Little lemons inside, absolutely fabulous. And I am so glad I invested in tweezers. This little set of jam jars, I am going to pop those right out of that little shelf because I'm going to do something special with them. And I'll use the shelf for something else. Wonderful. Now I have a shelf and I have separate jars. These are 2 champagne bottles and glasses that came with them. I thought they were very pretty. I did buy these on Amazon for just a couple of dollars. Aren't those wonderful? I think I have it a little too close to the camera. I do apologize. And next we have 3 more liqueur bottles. I thought these were wonderful. I do have another package that's on its way, and it has some with very different designs to it. So I'm trying to put together a little bar collection. And that's for a project. These are just cribbage pegs. I have some extra ones, and I'm going to think of something to do with those. Here we have 3 Wade Whimsies. They were $2.95 each at the little antique flea market. My son and I have breakfast together once every 6 weeks or so, but because our birthdays are so close together in November and December, we get to enjoy each other's company a little bit more, and then we go to the antique store right after breakfast. I love Wade Whimsies. Those 2 Big Bens are going to make a fine set of little bookends for the library. And I have a weakness for trains. When I was growing up, my brothers were much older than I was, 11 and 16 years older, and I used to play with their train set all the time because they were off to college. And you guessed it, another form of Monopoly, Winopoly. This game was $8 and it is mint condition, so we're going to keep that for our game shelf. But the minis that were inside were absolutely fabulous, and we're going to take a look. Aren't they adorable? 2 types of bottles, a wine glass, cheese, and a bunch of grapes. We've come to the end of another Tea Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please like and subscribe. Share my thrifting and crafting channel with your thrifting and crafting friends. I welcome your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. Check us out on Instagram and tap that notification button for upcoming announcements of thrifts and crafts. But most of all, have a lovely, lovely day.